Hey, what's good? When this out non-reading the clutch, and we gotta talk about some crazy, ridiculous, like mind-boggling breaking news in the NBA that and I'm sure a lot of NBA fans thought this was fake when we first read this. I thought it was like one of those like burner or troll accounts, but nope, it's official. So according to Shams, on who works for ESPN, the LA Lakers and Dallas Mavericks have made some franchise-altering trades just now, as the full trade breakdown involves the Los Angeles Lakers are going to receive Luka Doncic, Maxi Kleber, Markieff Morris. The Dallas Mavericks are going to receive Anthony Davis, Max Christie, a 2029 first-round pick, and the Utah Jazz, just to help out to complete the trade, are going to get Jalen Hood-Schifino, a 2025 second-round pick from both the Clippers and Mavericks. And like I mentioned earlier, when I first read this, I was like, nah, this is a joke, or like, come on, what is this? And I thought it was one of those like meme pages that you just see from like, from the NBA. Like there's a bunch of like meme pages or troll accounts, but no, it was like from ESPN. It's from Shams himself and all these official accounts. And I'm like, oh, was not expecting this. I mean, for my overall opinion on this, I mean, I think this is great for the Lakers on their part. They're getting Luka Doncic, like arguably a top 5 player in the NBA, who does everything that LeBron does, but he's a lot younger and he can be their franchise superstar for the next 5 to 10 years that he's healthy, God willing. And it'll be just a much smoother transition for the Lakers once LeBron retires, because by the time LeBron retires, whether this upcoming season, next year, or whenever it is, they already have a superstar in place, and LeBron can be a direct mentor for Luka in between until like LeBron officially calls it quits. And for the Lakers, I mean, like looking at this, I mean, this will give them a huge like boost. Like now they're gonna be a major team to watch. Like a lot of people just look at the Lakers because they're a big name, but now it's like they can be a legit threat now, because it's like looking at this, it's like, okay, they end up returning with a big. They get Maxi Kleber and Markieff Morris. They'll have extra bodies. I'm not saying they're gonna completely replace Anthony Davis per se at all, but they're not gonna be completely wiped out with their bigs. So they'll have a little bit more depth in that regard, going along with Rui Hachimura. And it's just like, I mean, with Luka, I mean, him like facilitating the offense as a point guard, and LeBron can go back to his natural position of playing the smaller power forward to take off more pressure off of him. I mean, I think if chemistry goes good between Luka and LeBron, I mean, I don't see why the Lakers would not be a team talked about like the Denver Nuggets or the Oklahoma City Thunder or even the Houston Rockets now, who are on the rise, as I mentioned in my last video. So I think overall this is a great trade for the Lakers, especially in the long term. And this year, I mean, they could make some real serious noise, in my opinion. Just my thing with them is just are they gonna have like a major superstar big? Are they gonna make one more trade to maybe like try to get like a firm defender, like a bruiser for the Lakers to like make up for the defense that they're gonna miss with Anthony Davis? That's my main concern on that part, is just their defense overall. But so far, I mean, it was a very shocking move, and I like it for the Lakers. For the Dallas Mavericks, though, I mean, I'm kind of shocked. I mean, like, why? I don't know why they would make this trade. I thought like we all thought Luka was basically untouchable. Like he was their top player, their guy for the next 5-10 years, like I mentioned. And I didn't even think it was even possible for Luka to get traded, but apparently he did not request a trade. It was because their GM wanted to focus on defense and winning championships, and they're questioning Luka's constant like conditioning issues and like him being out of shape or whatever. But I'm looking at this, I'm like, the Mavericks were just in the finals this past season against the Boston Celtics. The Celtics were just like overpowered like the rest of the league, and the fact that the Mavericks like at least made it a series, like, like made it through, I mean, like just says something right there. I mean, like the Mavericks, I mean, they did the best they can. The fact they made it to the finals, they even though they didn't face them directly, but the fact that they outlasted the Denver Nuggets, and they defeated the team that defeated the Nuggets, the previous champion in the Minnesota Timberwolves, to get to the finals. I mean, it's like, I don't know why would they make this trade. It does not make sense to me. I mean, and on top of all this, they already have two big men who are just as capable, really good, in Daniel Gafford and having Derek Lively when he returns back, and PJ Washington. Like those three big men, I mean, they held their own. They did what they needed to do, and like when Derek Lively comes back, I'm sure he can definitely contribute. He's only gonna get better from here. He's a really young player, so I don't understand. I mean, they're gonna have the Mavericks now have a bunch of bigs, and now they're gonna have a lot of Kyrie's gonna have more pressure to just facilitate everything around and make sure everybody gets touches, make sure Anthony Davis gets touches, make sure when Derek Lively comes back that he gets touches, Daniel Gafford, PJ Washington. It's just, I don't understand. And like they're trying to, I don't know if this is a big like win it all season, but like I don't see why they had to make this trade to begin with when they were just in the finals. They have the formula, they have the track record that, okay, we know how to get there. And with more experience now, I don't see why they would not at least be in discussion to make it back to the Western Conference Finals, because they can take on any good team. It just doesn't fully make sense to me on that part. But they do get Max Christie, who is a promising young player for the LA Lakers at the time, and getting a 2029 first round pick. Okay, they at least have that to potentially flip that for another asset. And for the Utah Jazz, to wrap up, they did get Jalen Hood-Schifino, who hasn't panned out for the Lakers, especially how Jaime Jaquez Jr. from the Miami Heat, he was literally one pick after Jalen, so that didn't work out really good for them. And they get 2 second-round picks for this year. So Utah, they went in, they want to be involved in the trade and help out. So I'm glad they're able to get some more assets along the way. But just looking at this overall, I mean, I feel like the Lakers, they won both in the short and long term. The Mavericks, potentially in the short term. Okay, so they have a lot of offense with Luka and Kyrie at the time, and I guess they're like, okay, Kyrie, he's just as capable of doing all the things that Luka does, so let's go all in this season, but focus more on defense, because we could not stop Boston. Like, okay, and say they make it back to the Western Conference Finals or even the NBA Finals, and if they don't win a ring either this year or next year, this is like a complete, they're going to be like one of the worst teams, I believe, for the next almost 10 years. Like, they're going to be like a bottomless team for a while, because they literally just gave up their franchise player. Like, that's like if Cleveland traded LeBron during his first stint, or Miami traded Dwayne Wade during his prime, like just before Dwayne Wade was in the finals, like they just traded him away for somebody else. Or if they traded away Kobe Bryant for the Lakers, like it's just, you don't get these like franchise superstars that often. And the fact that like the Dallas Mavericks just did this like out of nowhere, it's kind of shocking. And there's a lot of who knows, maybe there might be some things behind the scenes that we don't fully know. Maybe there was like some internal issues. Once again, Luka did not request a trade. I just don't understand like what was the full-on reasoning behind it when they were just in the finals this past year, and they already have more than capable big men on the Dallas Mavericks already, like, to start off. So I don't understand the desperation for the Mavericks to make this trade, and it just shows like they have patient problems, or they don't fully believe in Luka, even though they made it seem like Luka's the guy, for them forever. Like, I'm honestly speechless. But for the Lakers, I mean, this is perfect for them, because usually there's a track record with LeBron. Every time he leaves a team, that team ends up way worse for years to come. First time LeBron left Cleveland, The Cavs were horrible. They were nowhere near the playoff picture until LeBron came back to them about 4 years later. When LeBron left the Miami Heat, the next year, they were not in the playoffs. When LeBron left the Cavs the second time, the Cavs up until now have been really horrible, and they've been stuck in the bottom of the league. And like, I'm sure the Lakers have saw this pattern, like, okay, LeBron did this to Cleveland twice, same with Miami, and we know he's about to retire anytime soon. Like, what I mean by is either within these next couple years. So we need to do something, because we can't fully rely on Anthony Davis, because he's in his 30s now. He's running out of time. He's injury prone. He's in and out of the lineup. So we got to do something. And then they get apparently the Mavericks, from what I read reports, they reached out to the Lakers and offered Luka, and they're like, yeah, let's do it. And so I think this just fell in the Lakers' lap in good ways, and I'm happy for them. But for the Mavericks, I'm genuinely puzzled, because if they were like the worst team in the NBA, or like there's like a bunch of drama in the locker room, or like there's a bunch of like, or they haven't made it to the finals, but like they were in the semifinals, Western Finals, but like they couldn't get over that hump to get to there. I mean, okay, fine, I would get that. But the fact that they were just in the finals, and they have like a really good team, a good defense already with Gafford and Derek Lively, especially, like, I'm honestly very puzzled. I can't process this completely, but who knows? Maybe this next year or two, maybe the Mavericks might end up back in the finals, and maybe this formula for focusing on defense, maybe they might win the championship, because, like, once again, they were just in the finals last year, so we can't really rule them out of contention. It's just now they have to make this work. They have to get a ring now, otherwise they're going to be done for the foreseeable future. But for the Lakers, this is great for them to both win now and when LeBron retires, for the next era for the Lakers. So overall, what do you guys think, Laker fans? How do you feel about having Luka? How excited are you? How concerned are you? Or do you think it's going to work between LeBron and Luka having similar playing styles? I'd love to hear you guys out in the comment section down below. Mavericks fans, like, I don't know, what do you guys think? Or is there more things behind the scenes that I don't fully know? Like, why they would trade Luka? Was there any potential reasoning? I mean, I'd love to hear you out in the comment section so we can discuss. And same with Utah fans. How do you feel about getting more assets? Are you guys trying to, gain as much as you can to have ammo to get a big trade going on in the offseason? I'd love to hear everybody out in the comment section. While you're at it, please like and subscribe to this channel. I certainly love and appreciate every single last one of y'all. God bless, and talk soon.